Hello, and welcome to Tea is Good, Books Are Better, the podcast where we drink tea and talk about books. I'm Raven,
I'm Jess.
and we are recording this online because of the Rona.
Lorona?
You asked me that last time.
I keep hearing Lorona.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
It's like its nickname.
Oh. That makes me think of La Llorona.
Ah.
La
Anyway,
Llorona.
that's all we're going to say about the Rona.
Okay.
Moving on from the Rona. So, Jess,
Yes.
tell me about your doctor visit.
Oh yeah. So, I did go,
What about again?
about the nosebleeds, and he tells me that he thinks I'm having allergies, really bad allergies. You can see in both my nostrils that they're both inflamed.
Oh.
And I've since looked in the mirror and I see that they're freaking red and angry in there. And
Okay.
prescribed me a nasal spray that's supposed to calm down my immune response in there.
Okay.
And I haven't had a nosebleed since,
Okay.
but I have noticed that my nose is freaking running all the time. So I'm trying to figure out what it is that's giving me an allergic reaction. Like, is it Bonnie? Is it the dust? Like, I don't... Is it Johnny?
Yeah, I think it's definitely Johnny.
I also brought up my anxiety when I was in there, and was prescribed an anti-anxiety and antidepressant medication,
Right.
and medication for blood pressure for
Okay.
the angina I've been getting.
Wait, what's angina?
It's heart pains, like
Oh,
really
shit.
sharp heart pains. And he also sent me to get blood work done to see if there's anything else I should be worried about
Mm-hmm.
physically. So I got that done last weekend. Showed up at like 7:30. Only waited 15 minutes.
Nice.
I showed up really early because I was talking to a coworker about it, and her husband showed up at 8:30, and he had to wait for an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah, it's first come first serve.
Wow.
So
Apparently
I
there's a
only
way
waited.
you can, like, sign in online, too. So that you
Yeah,
can just
like
kind of
you
show
could call
up and...
ahead and that stuff, but I'd rather show up early.
Okay.
So yeah, I went in. They took 2 vials of my blood. Oh man, the nurses were in full PPE,
What is
like
that?
personal protective equipment.
Oh.
Um,
Yeah, I would
like,
expect
they had,
so.
like, face shields and like full like yellow garb.
Well,
Kind of intimidating.
blood is like a
But
hazardous material.
yeah, especially with the
The,
COVID.
the Rona.
Yeah, they had to question us about that stuff before, like as we were signing in.
I see.
Yeah, she took 2 vials of blood. I had to do an electrocardiogram where they measure my heart
Oh,
or something.
okay.
Like they put stickers all around my chest and wrists and ankles, and to measure it, I had to be topless too.
Oh.
His lady is putting stickers around my titties. Yeah.
Like your bra off, too, and everything?
Yeah, I was completely shirtless.
Oh, shit.
And I also had to do a urine test. Yeah.
Okay.
And then they gave me something where I can sign in and take a look at the results afterwards,
Okay.
which I did the next day. I was supposed to see my doctor, but I don't know. With all this going on, I don't really want to. So I looked it up online and didn't understand a freaking thing. So I had to Google parts of it, and I found out that I have a pretty high blood cholesterol and I have pre-diabetes.
What?
That my blood sugar is incredibly high. It's less than a digit less than what's considered type 2 diabetes.
What the fuck?
Like, I'm at a 4 point something, and type 2 diabetes is at a 5.
Okay, so what does this mean
Yeah.
for you?
So that means I have to cut down big time on my sugar consumption, and I gotta start working out and losing the weight.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I blame it on my crazy wine addiction.
Oh, Jesus.
Because with sangrias, I would drink multiple cups a day, like not like little wine glasses, but cups of
Okay.
sangria. So that's a lot of sugar in wine, like a ton. And I've been drinking like multiple glasses a day.
Uh-oh.
Like, I mean, about at least 5 glasses. So that's
Wow.
a ton of sugar entering my body. And I don't really work out. So yeah. The last 2 weeks I've only had 1 glass of wine in like a tiny little cup. Like the little wine glass. I've only had one.
I see.
I've slowed down on smoking pot because I get the munchies big time.
Hmm.
Because I don't want to be munching.
Yeah.
And I've taken up yoga again
Oh, good.
in an attempt to slim out. And I have noticed that I am looking better in the tummy region.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Well, it's most important that you are healthy.
Yeah, that was a huge like wake up. Like I was like up on my feet and pacing. I was going fuck. like I'm so young and like being faced with like we getting so close to diabetes. That's scary.
That is really scary.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Well, I'm glad you caught it when you did. Holy shit.
Yeah, damn. Thank you, doctor, for making me go in and get these blood tests.
Yeah. Fuck, I should
Yeah.
probably do that.
I still gotta go in and he's gotta talk to me about what the electrocardiogram said because they didn't have that on the chart that I got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I gotta figure out how my heart really is doing. I'm just like, I don't want to waste the doctor's time when there's so much like sick people around.
Honestly, you don't want to go in there, too. That's the last place you want to
Yeah,
be.
I know. It's so gross. And like, you know how we shouldn't be talking about this, but you know, like the social distancing.
Yeah.
The waiting room is really small in this place, and
Yeah.
everyone is like packed like sardines in the waiting room.
Yeah, fuck
I
that.
don't want to be there.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'll go another time and then ask for the doctor to give me like talk to me about the results. But fuck, I don't want to go in there.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm healthy right now.
Yeah, you'll.
Sick wise, I don't want to risk my
If
my
there
health
if
for
there was
that.
an emergency, they would have called you, so
Yeah.
you're fine.
Yeah. I'll just focus on cutting down my sugar. I only wanted to give myself 1 glass of wine a week.
Hmm.
I during the weekdays I don't want to smoke any weeds to prevent my munching, and I do yoga every night.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. It does make me feel better. Like, yoga makes me feel a lot more limber, and I don't know, like my core feels a lot stronger.
I should do some yoga.
Yeah.
But I also
It feels good.
I have bad wrists, so it's like hard to do a lot of the poses.
Basic poses don't really involve a lot of wrist. It's mostly core.
Okay, but if it's anything that involves like my hands being on the ground and holding my weight,
Oh,
that like I can't really do those.
let me think. Yeah, I can see the cat and cow pose. Because that's on your hands and knees. But, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll try it.
Even just sitting, like, semi-cross-legged and, like, sitting up, forcing yourself to sit as straight as you can and have your knees on the ground is a good starting, very basic starting pose.
Can you
It
like
hurts my hips.
do you follow like a video or how do you do this?
I have a book.
Oh, a book.
Yeah. It explains the poses, what they do.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. Proud of you.
Thanks. Don't tell mom. She'll lose her shit.
Oh, yeah, okay. I won't.
About the diabetes thing, she will lose.
Well, good thing she doesn't listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we get into it? Oh god, the Rona.
Okay.
What are we drinking today, Jess?
I'm still drinking my chai tea. How about you?
Yeah, I'm still drinking my honey lemon green tea from the last episode.
I bought a lemongrass green tea the other day, which I really like.
Ooh, I gotta try that. If I ever get out of fucking quarantine. No, we're not talking about that. Okay, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where did we leave off our characters, Jess?
Okay. Melisandre has Stannis play a Lightbringer ceremony, and we learn that Stannis is an atheist and he keeps Melisandre around for her power. Theon arrives at Pike and to ask his father's help with Robb's war. His father refuses and is preparing a raid north. I think.
I think.
After losing a third of her party to the desert, Dany sends 3 Blood Riders in different directions to find anything. One comes back with 3 strangers from Qarth.
Yes. Cool. Okay, so chapter 13.
He's Jon.
Jon
Snow.
Johnny boy.
So, the Night's Watch come across a wildling village called White Tree that is completely covered by a monstrous great werewood.
Ooh.
Its face is terrifying. Its gaping mouth is big enough to swallow a sheep. I was trying to imagine this, but yeah, that's a huge tree.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to imagine it. Sounds unpleasant.
Like, it's huge. Lord Mormont orders them to search the village, but it's empty. The men are all freaked out. This is the 4th village they have passed that's completely deserted. What are the wildlings running from?
I wonder.
There's 200 of them, by the way, who have left the wall in this expedition.
I feel like that's like 90% of who they have.
I feel like it is too.
Like, who is left behind?
The newbies that they talked about in the last chapter.
Right? Who the fuck is manning the wall?
Exactly. One of the men climbs the werewood and sees a lake to the north. Lord Mormont says they will camp at the lake for the night. Lord Mormont then writes a letter to Maester Aemon and gives it to Jon to give to Sam to send. Jon heads to the back of the party where Sam is and gives him the letter to send off. Sam admits that he is not as frightened anymore. He was terrified the first night, thinking every sound was a wildling out to kill him, but after passing each deserted village, he has calmed down. Jon finds it ironic that 200 brave men left the wall to become frightened, while Sam the coward left the wall terrified and is now no longer afraid.
Why do you think that is?
Because I think he's afraid of wildlings, and going by each deserted village, I think it makes sense that with each day, there's no one, they're all gone. It's less frightening.
Okay,
I
but
would think.
everyone else is becoming more frightened because they're like, wait, this isn't right.
Yeah, like, what is scaring these wildlings? Because I feel like a lot of them think wildlings as fierce, animalistic people. And to see
Right.
them being afraid and, like, running, leaving behind their home is pretty, like, it's pretty frightening.
So then is Sam unwise for not being more scared?
Possibly.
Just
I think
a
he just
thought.
thinks differently. Knowing that he's not gonna have to see these scary guys. I don't know.
Yeah, but he heard about the whites, right?
I don't think he believes in them. Well, yeah.
John fucking fought one.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
Huh.
Well, if there's no one around, then how can we right? I guess.
Then what?
Then how can there be rights? There's no one around.
Whites.
Rights.
Why do you always call them rights?
I don't know. Like I keep thinking there's an R in there.
I know you do. Anyway.
Jon heads back to Lord Mormont and says to him that if his uncle found all these deserted villages, ... then Lord Mormont finishes his sentence and says that Benjen would have made it his purpose to find out why, and promises Jon that they will find whatever enemy is out there. And that's that chapter.
Wow, goody.
It was a short little chapter.
Yeah, find any enemy that's out there. Like, yes, that's the goal.
Yeah, I guess so.
At the beginning with the weirwood, John thinks about how he can feel the power of the weirwood tree.
Oh, yeah.
And again, I was disappointed that there was no description of, like, what that power feels like.
Yeah.
I really wanted to know.
That is interesting.
Yeah, so I
think I
wish...
remember reading in that chapter as well, he very briefly misses mussing up Arya's hair.
Oh, yeah, yeah. At one point when he, like, takes off his gloves and sees his burned hand.
Yeah. I thought that was cute. Because Arya keeps thinking about John messing her hair.
Yeah. Yeah, nice little drop in with John, but still not much happening with him.
Mm-mm.
Interesting. I wonder what the goal is with these chapters, where nothing really happens.
Yeah. Getting, like, short updates. What's going on?
Yeah.
Well, something happens in the next chapter of Arya.
This is true. Okay, chapter 14 is Arya. This is kind of an intense chapter.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a longer one, too. Arya and gang are trying to find a way to cross a river.
Arya and gang.
They find a body floating in the water, which they strip of anything valuable, and Yoren sends people in different directions to look for a place to cross. One of them returns, having found a burned bridge that they can't use. They consider swimming the horses across, but the wagons won't make it if they do that. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, they're trying to cross the river to go around the west side of God's Eye, which is a lake, right?
Yeah, God's Eye is a very large lake.
Yeah.
I am quickly looking it up. Oh, yeah, I see God's Eye. That is a big lake.
Okay, so they want to go around the west side because the east side, which they are on, is too close to the King's Road, correct?
Why is the King's Road... No. It is close to Harrenhal. If they go around the east side, they will pass Harrenhal.
They don't want that?
And no, that's where Tywin is.
But they don't know that.
Troops. Are you sure? I think they mentioned that, didn't they?
No, because later on...
And it's also close to River Run where all the battling is happening. They don't want to go through there.
That's on the east side?
Yeah. On the northeast of the God's Eye is River Run, and Harrenhal is on the top. The King's Road is along the west of the God's Eye.
Wait! No, honey, you're backwards.
I am.
So
I absolutely am.
They are on the east side. They want to cross that river that extends down from the God's Eye so that they can go around the west side.
Okay, makes sense.
But I don't think that they know Tywin is at Harrenhal because later on, Arya thinks that she could maybe go to Harrenhal.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk a bit more about that in a minute.
Sure.
Yeah. So Yoren comes up with a plan. There is a holdfast at the place where the river and the God's Eye connect, where he will sell their belongings to buy a boat and sail to the northernmost point of the lake, where they can either buy new mounts or take shelter at Harrenhal. So yeah, they definitely don't know what is happening at Harrenhal.
Yeah.
Hot Pie thinks there are ghosts at Harrenhal, but Arya thinks she may be able to reveal herself to Lady Whent and get an escort home to Winterfell. So they head north, following the river. They come across an abandoned cottage, where not even pots or coin are left behind. As they continue, they come across more deserted homes, with no sign of any people anywhere. Finally, a town comes into view, and they head towards it, hoping to find boats. It's a ghost town, and it frightens Arya how dead it is. She sees the lake, too, and it's the biggest lake she's ever seen. She can't even see the far side of it. So she heads towards it, but the only boat she sees is an upside-down rowboat on the shore. Its bottom is rotted out. Lamy wants to check out the nearby inn for food and ale, but Wath reminds them they are supposed to be looking for boats. But Arya says that they took all the boats when they left. Even without looking through the whole town, she just knows it. But they search anyway and find nothing. When it's dark, Yoren and the others reappear. The tower is as empty as the town, meaning the Lord left with his people. Arya reports that there are no boats. Lamy suggests building one, but Yoren is like, What do you know about boat building, Dyer's boy?
It's not as easy as it sounds, kid.
Yeah. Gendry suggests building rafts instead and using poles for pushing their way across. Now that's an idea. Yorn considers Gendry's idea and decides he will sleep on it. He decides for now that they will stay the night in the holdfast with the gates barred, but Arya doesn't think they should stay here. Lami tries to make fun of her for being scared, but Yoren says Arya is smart. However, the Night's Watch takes no part in war, so no man's their enemy. But Arya thinks this also means no man's their friend. Smart girl.
Yep.
So they hunker down in the holdfast, barring the gates and blocking off any other entrances with wagons, and dividing the group into 3 watches. By the way, the crying girl they found in the previous town is still with them, and she continues to cry and cry nonstop. That sounds pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep doesn't come easy for Arya, so she sharpens needle while Hot Pie watches her work. He asks where she got it, and she tells him her brother gave it to her. Hot Pie says he didn't know she had a brother, and she says she has lots. Hot Pie asks if they are bigger or littler. Arya remembers Yoren told her to keep her mouth shut, so she lies and says her brothers are all bigger, with swords, and they taught her how to kill people who bother her. Hot Pie says he was talking, not bothering, and he quickly leaves. Oh, Arya, always pushing people away.
Yeah. Well, she's gotta.
Yeah, this is true. Arya tries to sleep, but the crying girl keeps crying, and Arya wishes she would shut the fuck up. But she falls asleep eventually and dreams a wolf is howling, and it wakes her. She starts waking up those around her, telling them she heard a wolf. Woth says wolves can't storm a holdfast, and the others tell her she was hearing things, but Arya insists she heard a wolf, and something is wrong. And before they can shut her down, the sound comes again, but it's no wolf. It's Kurz's hunting horn, sounding danger. Da da da. Are you there? Hello?
Yeah.
Can I get a reaction?
Ooh. Well, she was right to be nervous.
Yep, she heard something.
Well, like, before that, she didn't want to stay there.
Yeah. Also true. She relies on her instincts a lot, which I think is good.
Yeah, that's right. Her instincts are sharp.
Yes, they are. So, they all leap up and grab their weapons. Arya runs for the gate, passing the prisoners. Jaqen H'ghar calls to her. Or Jaqen. Jaqen or Jaqen. Whatever you like. Jaqen H'ghar.
Jaqen, but I like Jaqen.
Jaqen H'ghar. He calls to her, begging her to free them. He says he can help fight, but Arya ignores him. She heads up the catwalk and looks over the edge to see men with horses galloping between the houses of the town, lighting them on fire. It's impossible to count exactly how many, but there are 100 to 200 men. Something at that point bumps into Arya's leg, and it's the stupid crying girl, clutching at her. Arya kicks her away, and she's like, "Get the fuck away! Go hide, you stupid girl!"
She yeets her.
Can you imagine? She just picks her up and just throws her over the edge.
She throws her at the army to fight them.
Yeah, she's like, "I'm sick of this shit!" Throws the crying girl. A column of riders approaches the front gate of the holdfast. Arya sees they have a banner, but she can't quite tell what it is. She thinks it's red, but it's hard to tell with the lights from the fire. The column demands they open the gate in the name of the king. Rhysson, one of Arya's gang, asks which king is that, and Woth smacks him into silence.
It's not your place to care.
Yeah, he's like, "Shut the
Rhysson.
fuck up!"
Yeah.
Yoren tries to show the column below that they wear the black of the Night's Watch, but the knight below who holds the banner says it could be black for House Dondarrion. Lord Beric's sigil is a purple lightning bolt on a black field. And Yoren is like, "Are you blind, bro? You see a fucking lightning bolt, bro?" Pretty hilarious. The knight below says, "At night, all banners look black," and again demands they open the door.
I have a question. The
Yeah.
Night's Watch has a banner?
No, he was just showing his cloak.
Okay.
But, like, does no one else in the Seven Kingdoms ever wear black?
I think
Is
I guess,
black
like, what
actually
that
reserved
guy
for the
said.
Night's Watch?
Yeah, they do.
No, because he was just saying that all banners look black.
Oh, at nighttime, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, they make
I-
it sound like black is reserved for those of the Night's Watch and no one else is allowed to wear black ever.
I wonder if that's true.
Huh. No, because, wasn't Sansa wearing black? Her dress? The one that got dirty, they dyed it black?
Yeah, but I don't think women count.
Oh.
I don't know.
I'm confused.
I think even if they did wear black, they'd still have, like, their sigil
The Night's Watch?
somewhere.
Oh,
being the
and any other
lords
lord.
or ladies.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Yes, the night below says at night all banners look black and again demands they open the door. There's some back and forth and the group below reveals they are with the true king, Joffrey, and Arya sees their banners are the Lannisters' golden lion on a red field. Yoren still refuses to open the gate, so the Lannisters attack. They throw a spear and Waff is killed instantly. It goes right through his throat. Pretty fucked. And they begin storming the walls, climbing and throwing spears.
Mm-hmm.
Arya hacks at the hands that start to appear over the edge of the wall, screaming, "Winterfell!" But,
She's Arya.
yeah, like, very subtle.
Yup.
But the enemies are never ending and start to make their way over the wall. She continues to scream Winterfell, and Hot Pie next to her just screams, "Hot Pie!" Which is, like, hilarious and sad at the same time. Sad because it's like he just has no people of his own. No house.
Oh.
Aw.
Himself.
Yeah, it's just me, Hot Pie! Gendry's also there kicking ass. And people are dying all around them. Yoren appears and tells Arya to herd up all she can and get out. They've lost. He tells her to use the trap under the barn and then runs off to continue fighting. Arya grabs Gendry, Hot Pie, and Lomi, who is injured in the leg. As they run towards the barn, she finds the crying girl and drags her along with her, since the annoying little brat won't run on her own. But when they get to the barn, it's on fire. Also, at one point here, Hot Pie says that Lomi is gone? Does that mean he's dead, or did they leave him behind?
Maybe they just can't see him in the chaos. Because I'm not quite sure.
Oh, I thought they were, like, helping him run because he got speared through the calf.
Oh shit. Maybe he fell.
Oh, and then Hot
Or
Pie was
couldn't
like,
keep
fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's that he couldn't keep up, because I can't imagine him dying from getting speared in the calf.
No.
Okay. I think you're right then. I think he just couldn't keep up. Okay. Arya is having a difficult time dragging the crying girl. Hot Pie tells her to leave the girl, and then he abandons them and runs into the barn. But Gendry comes back and he lifts the girl. Gendry is a hero.
Yeah.
I actually fucking love Gendry. He's like flying way up on my list of awesome characters.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
I actually love him. They rush into the barn. It's fucking hot. The animals are screaming, and the prisoners are inside too in their wagon. Yakin Jaqen Hagar calls to Arya, while the other prisoners shout and scream. Gendry tries to get Arya to head into the trap, but she asks him where he left the axe for splitting firewood. He tells her where it is, but he also says there isn't time, knowing what she intends to do. Arya tells Gendry to get the crying girl out and then heads outside. She sees one of the Night's Watchmen, Koss, throw down his blade to yield, and then the Lannister men kill him instantly. Wow, that is scummy.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the rules of battle or whatever? If one man yields, you just take him prisoner?
I think it depends.
Oh my god.
Not everyone takes prisoners.
That's still fucked up. Arya grabs the axe from outside the haven, but someone grabs her. She swings the axe between the man's legs instantly, not even looking at his face, and then flees. Fucking brutal.
Yeah.
She goes back into the barn. The smoke is thick and she can barely breathe. Arya throws the axe into the prisoner's wagon. Then she runs, hearing the sounds of the axe crashing into the wood of the wagon. Arya dives into the tunnel and drops 5 feet. The air is cool and dark down here. She starts crawling. Then she hears a sound like a roar of a monster, and a cloud of hot smoke and dust billows up behind her.
Ooh, scary.
I'm assuming the barn collapsed?
Probably.
Okay. And then Arya takes a pause and she cries, but for whom she cannot say. Wow. Good guy Arya. She friggin' risked her life to save these 3 prisoners.
It's hard to let people burn. It's hard.
I don't
Even
know.
if
I think
they
it's pretty
want
fucking
to.
easy to let people burn. You just
Oh.
fucking leave. What's hard is saving their asses.
I guess. Different. It depends on the person. I'd find it difficult to let someone burn.
If your life is in danger, and these are like shitty people,
still, it's like it's a horrible way to go.
of course it is, but I just feel like your instincts would be like, save yourself, save yourself. So I think to fight against that would be more difficult.
Possibly, yeah.
But I see what you mean. Obviously, morally, it would be difficult to let that happen. But in the moment...
Empathetically wise, I would find it really hard.
Yeah. I'm very, like... I don't like to say what I would do in these kinds of situations, because I really don't know if I was actually...
It's impossible to imagine.
Yeah, if I was actually plunged into that type of situation, I have no idea how I would act.
Mm-hmm. Same.
There's a 21 Pilots song where one of the lines is like, he sings about taking a bullet for like someone he loves.
Mm-hmm.
But then, and then there's like the chorus, but then in the next line, he says like, in theory, I'm a hero, but like in real life, I don't know what I would do.
Oh.
And I was like, damn!
True words.
Yeah, that song hit me hard.
Yeah. A lot of their songs hit me hard.
Oh, do you actually listen to them?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You got me into them.
Oh, cool! Okay,
Yeah.
I feel like I need to figure out what song this is now. It's like, a bullet for them, a bullet for you, a bullet for everybody in this room.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Don't you see any bullets coming through? See any bullets coming through?
Oh, yes, I have heard that one.
Metaphorically, I'm the man, but literally, I don't know what I'd do.
I think I have heard that one. That one. The chorus one. Definitely. I got to that better.
Yeah, but I don't know what that one's called.
Bullet for you.
It's definitely not what it's called.
Well, that's the good way for me to Google.
Oh, yeah, to find like the lyrics, yeah.
Ride?
Oh, it could be. Let's see. I'll give it a quick listen. Yep, that's it. So if you want to hear that epic song, it's Ride by 21 Pilots.
Yeah.
But yeah, that definitely hit me hard when I heard that first time.
Listen to the lyrics a lot better.
Huh?
There's some... I got to listen to the lyrics more better.
Yeah.
For that one, especially.
Yeah. Cool. So that is Arya. She's a fucking badass.
Yup.
Holy fuck.
That was really scary what she just went through.
Yeah. God, I actually try to put myself in her shoes, and I'm like, I don't know if I could do that.
It's just chaos. They're being slaughtered.
Yeah.
There's no warriors there.
No.
to help.
They're all like random boys who have barely held a sword in their lives.
Yeah, kids just taken from like the jails or boys that were sold.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. Yeah, they got fucking brutalized.
Yep.
I have a bad feeling about Yoren, but I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm glad Gendry's good.
Yeah.
Thank God. Can't lose Gendry. And what on earth is going to happen with all the prisoners? I legit don't remember this from the movie at all. Or
From
a
the
show.
show?
Yeah. Do not remember this attack at all. Do you?
In the show, it's very different. It's the people who came to them first, from the king, were they gold cloaks? Who came in the last chapter, or the last two chapters?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, in the show, it was the same group, but with reinforcements,
Oh.
and came and attacked them in the night where they were camping.
Oh, so they weren't
Yeah.
in a holdfast.
Yeah, it's pretty different.
Of course they weren't, because they couldn't afford to build a holdfast set.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So next,
Chapter Tyrion.
chapter 15 is Tyrion.
At a council meeting, Cersei is furious at the letters Stannis had sent out claiming that her children are products of incest. She wants every letter burnt and everyone who so much as talks about it killed.
Jesus.
Tyrion talks her down. He says by doing that, it would make people think that there is truth to it. Instead, they should spread damning rumors about Stannis. Littlefinger suggests spreading that Stannis is a cuckold.
What does
Which I
that mean?
googled.
Yeah.
It's a man who willingly encourages his wife to sleep with other people because it brings him pleasure.
Like he watches?
Yeah.
Okay, but Stannis does not seem like the type of person to be interested in watching any sex,
But they're
much less
also
doing it
saying,
himself.
Like, he's not interested in sex at all. And that Shireen is the bastard child of Patchface and Lady Selyse.
Oh my god, that's so fucked up.
Yeah.
I could not believe I read that.
And her grayscale deformity isn't actually grayscale. It is a result of mating with such a grotesque blackwit.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. When
so that's the
Littlefinger
rumor.
suggested that, I was like, what
Whoa.
the fuck?
He got it. Cersei loves this, and Tyrion thinks that Littlefinger is more dangerous than he knew. Tyrion remarks that Littlefinger is a most accomplished liar, to which Littlefinger replies that we all have our gifts.
Yep, don't we, Littlefinger?
Yeah. Littlefinger then suggests getting his whores in his brothel to spread the tale. Tyrion then excuses himself back to the Hand's Tower, where he has a meeting with a bunch of smiths, armorers, and ironmongers. He wants them all to stop what they're doing and to get to work making thousands of mighty iron chains. We don't learn more about these iron chains, why he wants them done, but something to note, I guess, what he's doing.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure if this was something that has come up before or if this is like a brand new thing and we're not supposed to know what they're for yet.
Yeah, I don't recall saying anything about that in the other chapter,
Okay.
so we might find out.
I see.
Afterwards, he heads to his litter to travel to Chataya's brothel. At Chataya's brothel, he chooses her daughter, Alayaya,
I think it's Alayaya.
Alayaya,
Yeah.
who then leads him up to a room and opens a wardrobe for him. He climbs in and meets with Varys.
What?
Meets with Varys, who
Varys?
is in disguise as a stinking peasant man. Tyrion asks how a brothel came by a secret entrance, and Varys explains that it was dug by another king's hand whose honor would not allow him to enter such a house openly.
Mm.
They emerge from a trap in a stable 3 blocks from Rainey's Hill. Varys dresses Tyrion in a cloak to make him look like a child, and Varys then helps him on a horse. Tyrion tells Varys about the council meeting, but he already knows about the letters,
Of
and
course.
says that Stannis probably figured out about the incest the same way Ned Stark and Jon Arryn did. Or perhaps he knows of all 8 of Robert's bastards and put 2 and 2 together, comparing Cersei's blonde children and the bastard's black hair.
Mm.
Tyrion tells him that sometimes I feel as though you're the best friend I have in King's Landing, and sometimes I feel you are my worst enemy. Varys says that he feels the same way. That is that chapter.
They don't trust each other,
But
but they respect each other.
they really like each other.
Yeah, I think they do.
I think, yeah, definitely Varys recognizes that Tyrion is here to help.
Yeah, and that he actually has the mental wisdom to be able
Yeah.
to actually make a change that will benefit the crown.
And he doesn't have the honor that Ned had. That
Yeah.
prevents him from doing certain things.
Yeah. If you think about that, what is the lesson there? Because if you're thinking like, if you're looking for a moral in this story, right?
Yeah.
And Ned is like this honorable person who should obviously be the hero of the story.
Yeah.
He gets fucking killed
Yeah.
because of his honor.
Yeah.
Like, that's actually the reason why. It's not
It
in
is-
spite of his honor, it's because of his honor.
It was his honor that caused his demise.
Like, what is the lesson?
I think in the real world, not everyone plays by honor, and people are willing to turn into the total scumbags to win. Like,
Yeah, you're not
People are
wrong.
devious. You know, not everyone holds himself. It's like Braun versus a knight. Braun doesn't fight with honor, and he wins
Mm-hmm.
because he is a little sneaky. He fights unfairly, and that's
Yeah.
how he's an amazing swordsman.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, undefeated anyway.
hmm True, but yeah, it does say that honor doesn't work out in the real. It sounds nice in theory.
But yeah, it's just like, it's so opposite from what you normally get from fantasy stories. God,
Yeah.
that is really what I love about these series.
Yeah, I
Or this
really
series.
appreciate that.
Yeah, it's just like he's not trying to be all high and mighty, like on his high horse. Like, here's my lesson. This is what you're gonna learn, and it's gonna be, whatever. He's just like, this is reality.
Yeah,
This is how it will happen, and everyone's a fucking piece of shit.
yeah,
And if you're not as much a piece of shit as everyone else, then you fucking die.
yup.
Like, holy fuck.
hmm
That's the kind
True.
of shit that makes you, like, close the book, put it down, and then, like, stare at the wall and have an existential crisis.
hmm Well, it keeps you on your toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, yeah, on the other hand, it is just good storytelling, too, because, yeah, it's unpredictable.
I noticed these chapters are building up for something.
Okay.
Something's gonna go down.
Ooh.
I'm pretty. God, can you face?
What?
Johnny's up in my face again.
Why is he? Jeez, chill, bro. What is happening? He's stuck home all day. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Well, I hope he's not like going out and hanging out with people.
No, he's not.
Okay, good.
He's staying home.
Good, good. Well,
Yeah.
every day's what?
Home.
Yeah. Me too, man. I'm right there with you.
Me too.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I guess that concludes this episode.
It does.
This was a shorter one, but
Yeah.
that's
The
okay.
chapters were pretty short, except for the Arya one, I guess.
Yes. Well, I did put in a little more detail than I normally would because I wanted to capture some of the intensity of the chapter.
Yeah. The Jon and Tyrion, it was only building up for something.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like with the Jon chapter, nothing really happens, but
No.
it does feel like something's on the horizon.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of foreboding.
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
And then Tyrion is scheming something. We don't yet know what he is up to.
Yeah, like with the links. Not sure what that's
Mhm.
about. And
Like,
also, he's going
did I-
really far to see Shay.
He didn't see Shay in this chapter. Or is he? Is that what he's doing?
That's what he's doing. That's why he got all sneaky and went to the brothel and snuck out. It's all just to see Shay
Jeez.
without being followed.
That's stupid.
Were you gonna
Yeah.
say something about the links?
Yeah, I forget. I mentioned that he wanted thousands of them made.
Yeah, and he wanted every other blacksmith work to completely halt to work on these links.
Yeah. Like, what is he up to?
Yeah,
What are these for?
and they're
Why
like
does he need so many?
they're crude. They're like not pretty. It's
Yeah,
just
some of the Smiths were offended that he would ask for such low quality work.
Yeah. He was
But
like, I want them just like this.
Yeah, he put his foot down and was like, "You'll do it this way. You'll make these for me."
Yeah, he was like, you'll make these chains or you'll be in chains.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, but do you not remember what that's about from the show?
No.
Me
I don't know if
neither,
it was on the
obviously. Yeah, I don't recall it, but I never recall anything.
Yeah. Have you finished watching the first season of Game of Thrones?
No.
My word.
I've found someone else I'm gonna watch it with.
Oh, ooh. Someone who hasn't seen them?
Yes.
Oh,
Riley.
you're so lucky.
He's the guy I was gonna go to Disney World with, so I'm gonna watch them with him now.
Man, what a treat.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite thing to show your favorite show with someone who's never seen it.
Especially a show like Game of Thrones, where it's like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be watching him the whole time. I'm not even gonna be watching the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Great. Are you gonna watch it on your Crave or are you gonna take my DVD?
I actually canceled my Crave subscription.
Oh.
Because
So
I
that's
was.
why I couldn't get it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was spending $20 a month, and I was like, I never use this ever.
Yeah.
I still have like the base one, so you can still get into the base one and watch some shows, but I think the movies and HBO are gone now.
Ooh, I only watched Game of Thrones on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like just rewatching like my favorite scenes that I didn't feel the need to like put it on TV just to watch the small scenes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I'm probably gonna add it back on in the future anyway, once we start getting through, like once we start
Yeah.
watching it, so
Yeah.
don't fret.
No, I'll live. I still have the DVDs, except for the first season, which you have.
Yes, I do still have that,
So you're gonna take that?
if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It
As long as it comes back unscratched.
won't be scratched. It's basically been in the box the whole time. Okay, I guess we should wrap this up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the Rona. It's here for me. Okay.
Did you see I sent you a little something?
Oh, I did
on-
see that, but I haven't clicked it yet. Okay, I clicked it
Click
now. Let's see. What is this? Okay. Melisandre. All right.
It's a cosplay.
Yeah. Oh! Ah, that is amazing. Oh, that's too funny. I guess I can describe this to the listeners. It's an epic Melisandre costume, and the person wearing it is slowly undressing, and then she finally opens up her cloak, and it's like saggy tits and a bush underneath.
Yeah, it's like an old lady.
Yeah, old lady body. That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Thank you for that gift.
You're welcome.
Okay, if you want more of the podcast, please follow us on Instagram. You can follow the podcast at Tigbab Podcast, or you can follow us separately. My handle is Crimby, Jess's is just.egan24. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search Tigbab Podcast or Tea is Good, Books Are Better, and we should pop up there. Also, please subscribe to our good friend Baram Barami on YouTube. He's the one who made our jingle that you heard at the start of this episode. And he's really dope and makes cool stuff, so give him a like and a subscribe. Also, you can check out our Patreon, patreon.com/teaisgoodbooksarebetter. We have a few different tiers on there with fun rewards, so if you contribute, you will get something in return. You will also be helping us out immensely, and we'd be very appreciative, but we also just appreciate you listening. And please don't forget to share the podcast with your friends so that we can continue to grow. I don't know if anyone's listening to podcasts right now, because I feel like people usually listen when they're like on their drive to work type of thing, you know?
Well, it's nothing better to do than in isolation.
But yeah, if you need something to do, or you have a friend who's bored, then let them know that we have a podcast and they can read along Game of Thrones with us.
Yeah. Or just, instead of reading, that's not your thing.
Yeah.
Listen to us.
Yep.
for more Game of Thrones.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. Thank you so much for listening. Stay safe. Stay healthy. No more about the Rona. Okay, bye.
Yeah.